Hola, amigos. Let's recap a trading day because why not? I guess we're just gonna be doing daily trade recaps for now. So you guys read the title. I haven't made the title yet because I'm recording this video, but let's recap today's trade. So starting off on the higher time frames, start off on the daily time frame. I didn't see anything on the daily time frame. However, I was not expecting us to continue higher on the daily, primarily because we swept out this 4 hour or hourly liquidity. Came up market open, continue to validate bullish confluence here. Came up market open, swept out hourly liquidity. And once we swept out hourly liquidity, that was when I was actually beginning to look for shorts. I was trying to short this move right here from the high to the low. However, I didn't see any, change state of delivery, or at least not on the 1 minute time frame that I could execute upon in order to catch those shorts. I was looking to trade to around this hourly fair value gap or the liquidity residing right here. However, price action continued to the downside, and that was when we ended up forming a SMT. So we formed an SMT with ES. SMT with ES after taking out these lows. SMT failed, or ES failed too. If I go on the 5 minute or go on the 15 minute, it's easier to see. Right here, bang, bang, with also within this hourly higher time frame fair value gap. Now, this was our confluence for price action to make a retracement for a potential bearish P array that we had formed. Price action ended up retracing for this bearish 5 minute right here. Bang, bang. I was actually expecting to see potentially, if we were to invalidate this one, this 5 minute fair value gap up here continue to get respected and look for shorts off of that. However, we continue to respect this one, and once we seen that, we were actually looking to short this change of state of delivery before it became so messy. So I wanted to see the next candle look like this, bang, and short right here, whatever market order SL above these highs. Right, but price action continued to consolidate, didn't give us a clear entry, consolidated for a while actually, and then ended up taking out these highs. No SMT on the 1 minute, but ended up taking out those highs, then forming a change in state of delivery back to the downside on the 1 minute time frame, which we executed upon with a market order right here. Didn't wait for the limit order because we wanted to get filled. So pause, unpause, looking to target these hourly lows down here. So once price action actually continued during this trade, I wanted to see price action invalidate this bullish SMT and continue to the downside. However, we continued to validate it. Didn't end up forming an SMT here either with ES, so we continue to hold this 15-minute SMT or whatever time frame SMT you want to call it. Our stops were above this high right here. You can see we literally got like wicked out to the tick. So our trade position looks something like this. Not that it matters because we're stopped out, but literally look just like this. You know what? Maybe I'll go complain to Topstep and be like, oh, you guys filled my order incorrectly. I should be in profit right now. I'm joking. I'm joking. And however, this is when I knew the trade would be a loss, because while monitoring this trade, I wanted to see this bearish change state delivery continue to be validated. However, once we had this bullish change state delivery back to the upside, that's when I assumed we would continue to validate this higher time frame fair value gap and hold this SMT. So if I show you guys my journal right here, I wrote loss continuing to validate higher time frame SMT, and this is how the trade position looked at that moment. Now, if we wouldn't have had this higher time frame SMT, I wouldn't have wrote this. I would have continued to assume, okay, it's just simply a retracement. I want to see price action continue back to the downside, continuing to hold this change in state of delivery. However, since we had that SMT, I assumed that we were continuing to hold it, which we did. Um, then we made a liquidation back. The old me would have thought, oh, we're going back into break even. By old me, I mean like a year ago. However, I knew this was simply the retracement back into the bullish change of state delivery, continuing to validate it, pushing higher, which is exactly what happened. Price action came up, stopped us out, and now is dilly dallying. What do I think will happen? Mm, I'm not sure. We still have this bullish higher time frame fair value up. We could validate. Since we swept out liquidity, my bias. Oh, let me actually go into what I did right and what I guess quote did wrong. I didn't necessarily do anything wrong, because I was playing off of us sweeping out this higher time from liquidity, wanting to see us go lower. So we did have higher time from Confluence, had Confluence from the 5 minute as well. However, we did trade against the opposing PD rays, which we had were the 1 hour fair value gap and the 15-minute SMT, or whatever time from SMT you want to call it. Um, and yeah, so what was I gonna say? Probable trade execution, however, um, had opposing confluences that led us to getting stopped out. Nothing wrong with that at all. What else do I say? What else? Oh, what do I think price action is gonna do? I don't know what price action is gonna do. I'm kind of just stalling for watch time. No, I'm not. No. Um. Anyway, so yeah. Uh. Solid trading day. Unfortunately, didn't catch shorts to these lows down here, which we could have, but we didn't. Boo hoo. Um. And yeah, I ended up taking our one trade for the day. That was $140 loss, multiplied by 4 accounts, so however much that amount is. Okay, anyways, I'm going to go journal this trade. Then I don't know what I'm going to do because it is 8:02 a.m. What is that? What do we just see? It says something like humiliation. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna. Okay, that's enough with the trade recap. Oh my gosh, I accidentally. I almost started broadcasting. I almost started streaming by accident. Okay, let me actually end the recording now.